Hello. Industrialist update finally dropped, and here in this video I will show you all the remodels of buildings and all new buildings. I think all. If I missed any building, you can tell me in the comments later. But let's don't waste time and let's go. First building is the small turbine from tier 1. Mostly the tier 1 buildings get remodeled, but there are some of higher tiers too. Here is the small turbine, the coal generator. It looks cool, I think. When it works, the wheel spins and it works like a locomotive or something. Here is the small turbine, wind turbine. The LV pole, you can see here. The logic pole, it also got remodeled. A sawmill. That's a sawmill, let me check really quick. Or that's a crafting assembler, sorry, that's a crafting assembler. Here is the electric furnace remodel. Ingot molder. Press. Roller. Here is the sawmill. Tree farm sprinkler. Tree farm sprinkler water tank. Truck depot. Also about the trucks, it applies to all the trucks. When you place them, the colors are random. You see? You place them and they change colors. So. Then we have the MV poles, the small ones, the normal one, and the advanced one. The high medium voltage pole didn't get a remodel. It still looks like that. So maybe it will get a remodel, but I think it's look cool. It don't need one. Here is the van depot. The liquid truck depot. A huge truck depot. Large liquid truck depot. Research station 2. It also got moved from tier T buildings because of the research station 3. It got remodeled and moved to tier 2. Because now every single tier have its own research station. And also the research 3 got remodeled and reworked. You can see here there are different categories, but I will show that more later. The advanced assembler, that's how it's called. Yes, advanced assembler got remodeled. And also the flagpole. I don't know if it's now random or something, but before the update the flag here was the American flag and now is Lithuania. So I don't know if that's now random for everyone or if that's got just changed intentionally, but you still just can change the decal if you want. So that doesn't count as a remodel, I think, but I wanted to include that too. Now, that's all of the remodels. Now, let's get to the new machines. First, we have the cement plant or concrete plant. Let me check. Concrete plant. Here, you can look at that more closely. A clean. Industrial clean. A raw mill here, you can see. Pretty weird name in my opinion, but yes, it's called a raw mill. Then we have the quarry. It looks nice, I think. It replaced the sand and soil excavator, so now you don't have the separate sand and soil excavator, and you just have a quarry that can also dig up limestone and clay. That's two new resources, I think. They weren't before the update in the game. Then we have the... what was that called? Let me check. Air separation unit. It's big, as you can see. It consumes a lot of power. And it's used to produce liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, and liquid argon, and also residues. I don't know why there is a question mark here. I didn't tested that machine yet. Here we have the grinder MK2. It's faster than the normal grinder. Then we have the plastic molder, industrial plastic molder. It produces 6 molds per one use instead of 2, as in the normal one, you can see here. This one has only 2 molds and this has 6. Then there is a vaporizer. Vaporizer is used to just make gases from the liquid gases, like liquid nitrogen into a normal nitrogen. So it's pretty cool. Here we have the satellite dish control room. Yes, satellite dish control room. And right next to it we have a satellite dish. They are part of the research rework, and they don't produce research by themselves, but they boost the output of the research stations, I think. As I said, I haven't tested the research yet, so if I will make a research tutorial, I will cover this too, because I don't know yet how they work. Here we have the... oh, it was called? There are many new weird names. I think it was tier 4 machine, yes. Gas centrifuge. It used to enrich uranium into higher grade uranium. Here we have a chemical plant. It uses to combine gases and other things into better things. Here you can have a closer look at that thing. It also uses a lot of power. Here we have industrial oxidation plant. Yes. Advanced oxidation plant. Sorry, advanced oxidation plant. It's just the oxidation plant from tier 3, just better and faster. Then we have the enrichment facility or enrichment plant. It's pretty big also. Here it is, ore enrichment facility. The next thing is underground storage. I think that's how it's called. Let me find that. Underground waste facility. It's used to store the radioactive things underground. And then they don't leak pollution. Because for example, if you use rods, fuel rods in the new nuclear power plant, here, I will show it in a second, and they stop working, so you need to get rid of them. You can put them in a normal silo, I think. I got stuck in the normal silo, but from what I have read from the changelog, they will leak a bit of radiation and pollute your world, and this plant won't leak radiation, and also you can store residues in it, so that's cool. But I think you need lead ingots or concrete blocks. I haven't tested how that works yet, so here we have the high voltage power transformator, or how was that called? That one thing that divides the power into two lines. HV power controller. Here you input the power. Here is the main output of the power, and here is the second output of the power. It just acts as an overflow gate for the liquids, just with power. So that's cool, also I think. Here is the HV power dumper. If you have a lot of power and you don't need it, you can just dump it into the ground. And here is the main star of the update, the nuclear power plant. You can have a quick look at the outside of the power plant here. It's very big. Now let's go inside. Here you have to click the little keyboard here to open the door. Here is the turbine room. I don't know if these turbines produce power, but probably yes. I haven't tested it yet. I will get to work about this power plant when I'm done with learning how the coal power plant works, because I'm still working on that. I'm building it for a video. Here you have the electric room, where you have little switches here. They work, all work. You can do things with them. I don't know what they do, but they do something for sure. Okay, next. Here is a corridor. Here is a airlock to the reactor room. You can see. We can go check it out. Here we have the reactor room. The reactor down there. A duck. Yes, so that's all from here. So we can go back. Here is a break room. Then we have a staircase. If we go up, here is a little balcony here with a crow, a seats, and a boric acid storage. And if we go down by one level, here is CST field storage. I don't know what that is, but that do something for sure. I don't know. Then if we go to the lowest level, here we have a corridor. And we have the control room. With an entire control panel. Yup, like that. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Here is a cool window on the reactor. Something, a monitor. And also, next to this desk, there is a tutorial on how this entire thing works. So, that's everything about the nuclear power plant. Here, we can close the door. And here, as you can see here is the research station 3. And also, it requires raw materials. Same as the research station 2. Because now the research station 3 and 2, here is 2, requires raw materials, like coal for example. Here if you go to the recipes, for example, coal, it has 1x RP multiplier, so it gives just the standard amount of research points. But if we take for example a gear, it gives 20x research points, so it gives a multiplier, I think. That's how it works. When I will be testing that, I will tell you in the tutorial, because I'm testing them on a separate word. So, that's it. And now the satellite dish requires liquids. Here, liquid input. That works the same like the solid materials for the research stations. And here is the research station 4. It have no input for power or solid materials. It have some logic inputs and outputs. I don't know how that works. That's some minigame to increase the output of this. But to make that work, you need to connect that to the research station 3. Because it won't work by itself. It's a second part to the research station 3. You see, it connects. And now it's one research station. So that's also cool. They added a modular research station to the game. And the last thing is this thing, what was that called? The research tracking panel. Basically, if you give it power, where is it? Here is a wind turbine 2. If you give it power, it will show you all your research stations and how much they produce on the research cap, because now the research stations have a cap on them. So for example, the normal one won't work with its fuel efficiency, because efficiency cap for the research station 1 is 200 research points. So if you have more than 200 research points, the research station 1 will slow down. So, and here is also the research tree new. It's divided into 3 categories: production, where are the factories are; energy, where are the energy related things are, like the advanced high voltage power or the nuclear power plant; and utilities, like transportation, scrubbers, logic, golden item storage, valves, liquids, and also everything related to logistics. So I think that's everything for this update. If I missed something, you can let me know in the comments, and I hope you liked the video, and I hope you have a nice day.